Welcome everybody to SEC Filings 201. By now you should know what the Edgar website is and what it's for. And if you just put in sec.gov, then it's going to take you to this website. Okay. There's a bunch of different ways that you can use this. You can dig through it all you want, learn as much as you want about it. But all I want you to understand is how to look up a company. So, a company that we want to look up, let's pretend, is ABio. So you type in the ticker ABio, right? And there it is. Boom. You click ABio. It brings up latest filings, excluding insider transactions. So you can read the 8K. You remember what I told you about what the 8K was? You can read the 10K. Same thing. I told you what this was. You can read the 13Gs. And then when you click uh, select filings, 8Ks, 10Ks, proxies, ownership disclosures, kind of they're trying to make it a little bit better organized for you. Or you can just hit, you know what, I just want to see all the filings. And then it brings up all the filings, how they were put in order, and you can just click on the filing and it's going to open that filing in a new page for you. And it's going to connect anything that's with it. So let's say I wanted to find out if this company had a baby shelf. I'm sorry, had a shelf registration. And so I just type in S3, right? Okay, well let's see what this S3 is, filed in 2020. Well, we click on it and it's showing you, here we go. We just click on this document here and it's going to bring up all of this and we're going to see what it is. And so we come in and it says right here, 75 million common stock preferred debt securities warrants. From time to time, we may sell up to 75 million. That's what that is. Any combination of the securities described in this prospectus, right? And so you can go through it and read what it is. And if you want to figure out, you know, hey, what is the offering? You let's see if I can find it. It should say the offering, right? Securities we may offer, forward-looking statements, use of proceeds. I can't find it. But what you can do, and I'm going to show you another website here in a minute, but one of the great things about the other website, it's easier to search. But on this one, if you just hit Control F and you wanted to look up warrants, right? You just do that, and then you can go through and you can look and see, all right, well, what are these warrants? What are they going to do? And when you're searching through the 10Ks, 10Qs, or anything, just type in what you're looking for, you know, and you can find it. And so if you wanted to do like outstanding, right, I want to figure out how many shares are outstanding. Well, on May 6, 2020, 1.5 million shares of common stock were outstanding and no shares of preferred stock were outstanding, right? So hit Control F and you can kind of dig through here and figure out what these things are. If you want to see effects, right, effective notice, just type it in and there you go, right? Boom, there it is. You can do you know, certain dates. You can search text in documents. They're trying to make this more like the other website. You know, you can say warrant, search text in documents, and it's going to bring up all the documents that contain that. Okay. Now, most people that I know that use that dig through filings use BAM SEC. BAM SEC is just much easier. It's easier to use, but it's not the official site, right? So Edgar is the official site ran by the government. This is just somebody who has said, you know what, the government didn't do something that they should have done, so I'm going to create something that organizes this better, right? And so that's what BAM SEC is. You can sign up for it, try it out. I think you can actually get a free, I don't know, week or 2 week trial on it or something like that. But this is what I prefer. And to be quite frank with you, now that I have a dilution tracker, the guy's name is Parker. Parker does all this information for me, and you can imagine. Let's just look at VTVT here. We'll go through. Or here, let's look at ABio. I think that's what we were looking at on this video. So if I went to ABio, I can see its cash position. I can see its historical overhead supply, and potential dilution. Look how much it's diluted. This is what these companies do, right? It's like boom, 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 boom. What that means is they're selling cash. I mean, they're selling paper to poor, unsuspecting traders like you and I. And it tells you the ATM, it tells you how much is remaining. So just me being able to go in and find out in a bio, like if I was looking in a bio and I'm looking at the S3, it would take me a while to come in here and say, you know what, let me figure out where the ATM is. Okay, here's the ATM. I found it. Okay, there's 54 million. Then I got to go back and I got to actually see how much they've actually used up of the ATM that they're going to file in their 10Ks or 10Qs. But he does all this for me. And this is your total shelf capacity. Well, how much can they raise? Well, he's saying this is how much is left because they've already raised. And the way you find that is through the 424B5s or just 424Bs. Just search that. But with this website, I don't have to do any of that. He does it all for me. That's why I love it, and that's why I love him, saving me a lot of time. And I put this information in the chat for you guys to see, so we can know what's a real pump, a dump, what's reality, and that's it. But back to the SEC website. If you have frequently asked questions, they have search tools. This is the classic version, right? If you don't want, this is what it used to look like before. This update here is a recent update as they try to make it easier for us to navigate. And just remember that people say things on Twitter all the time that is completely wrong. I would say 90% of the stuff said on Twitter about SEC filings is wrong. And when you Google videos on learning about SEC filings, they're mostly wrong too. I had to go through this process of learning and then relearning because I don't know why it is. People just don't want to share their knowledge. But they talk through things that are just completely wrong. So just be careful who you're learning from and make sure that they are correct with their SEC filings. Double check, triple check, because this is literally telling us about the company as much information as we can get. All right, guys, any questions, let us know.